Hi everyone, this is just a very quick call just to do an introduction to one of our cryptocurrency businesses, which is USI. As you know, Louise, my sister, and I are partnered in a company called New Life. And therefore we have a business portfolio of different businesses so we can accommodate different people's needs, whether it's cryptocurrency, whether it's rev share, or whether it's product companies. So today we're going to go through USI. We're going to go through it in a very, very basic format because we're now introducing this to people who've never ever done this form of online business and trading before. So I'm going to pass over to my sister Louise, and she's going to take you through just some basic steps, and then we're going to go through some question and answers at the end. So Louise, if you'd like to take over now, that'd be fantastic. Thank you.
Hi everybody, so I'm Alison's sister Louise French. As Alison explained, we've been actually partnered with a fantastic company called USI since back in March. Now previous to that, we had very, very little knowledge upon cryptocurrency, but certainly over the past year, Bitcoin has been in the news worldwide and the advantages of coming on board and using it. So first I'm going to tell you a little bit about Bitcoin, what Bitcoin is. It is actually a cryptocurrency. There are many different cryptocurrencies out there, but Bitcoin certainly tends to be the most popular. When we joined back in March, one Bitcoin was worth £800. It currently is worth over 10,000 and has actually achieved this year up to 14,000. The progress looks very bright for our future. So it looks like it's going to keep on growing. So basically what cryptocurrency is, it's an online currency. It's not owned by anybody. It's not owned by any banks. It's completely decentralized, which is why it's absolutely brilliant for any consumer out there, because we haven't got any middleman that we have to go through as far as transactions. So if, for instance, if I wanted to send some money to Alison, normally I would have to go to do a bank transfer. You're always having to do it through a third party. The great thing is with cryptocurrency is, as long as both parties actually have a cryptocurrency wallet, which there are many out there, I can talk you through a couple of my favourites, then you can literally just do a transaction from one person to the other. The transaction process is something called blockchain. That is how it actually processes to get from one wallet account to the other wallet account. And it is literally direct. It can take anything from a couple of hours to up to 1 to 2 days for the transaction to appear, all depending upon how busy blockchain is. And there usually tends to be a transaction fee depending upon the wallet of which you're choosing. So basically, Alice and I got introduced to USI back in March. I can't lie, initially we didn't actually do a great deal with it. Just because we've got various other things going on in our lives. So we came in very minimally, introduced a couple of people, kind of didn't do anything, logged on a couple of weeks later, we've got over 150 people underneath us. Now, this kind of confused me a little bit because I think I knew about 3 of them. So very much then became aware that there was a massive business opportunity behind it that Alice and I was both missing out on. So we went back to our upline, had a chat with him and said, I can see that the power is behind this company. Can you please train us up more and educate us more to what we need to do? So what happens with USI Tech is we actually work with Bitcoin as our main aspect. You buy what is called a Bitcoin package. Now, the great thing is that I love about USI is you actually join up for free, so there's no financial commitment whatsoever. If you're wanting to start your business straight away, you may purchase a Bitcoin package, which will always be €50. No matter what, it's always €50. That instantly, with up to a day to include the transaction of the money's going in, your business is directly then up and running. For people who, I appreciate £50 can be a lot of money for people. I've been in that position myself. The great alternative is you can earn extra by referring people. So, for instance, if somebody comes to me and says, Louise, I'm really interested in the business, I haven't unfortunately got £50 right now. What I say to them is, right, let me help train and educate you. If you start to share this business with other people, help to educate, duplicate down what I'm teaching you, you will then earn commissions. Once your commissions have hit a particular level, you will actually have earned enough to therefore buy your own Bitcoin package for the €50 equivalent. So for me, this is an absolute no-brainer for anybody. So you can instantly start off your business. You can buy one package, you can buy 1,000 package. I always say to people that is none of my business how much you choose to put in. It's a very individual person. Some people want to put in a lot, some people want to put in a minimal amount. Whatever the amount is absolutely fine. So basically with USI, what we do is we buy a Bitcoin package. What people need to understand is this isn't like you've put £50 in the bank and then can take it out the following week. You're actually purchasing something with your monies. You are purchasing part of an intelligent software, excuse me. And then what USI do with this, the monies and the BTC packages, is they actually trade and mine against other cryptocurrencies that are out there on the market. Now, this process works out from a Monday to a Friday, like a typical working week. Over that period, we are actually earning a 1% capital return back on the monies that we have initially injected. Once you've actually bought your first package, the package then has a running cycle of, on average, 140 working days. So that works out at about 28 weeks. Now, I said that is an average. The main thing that the company is wanting to do is it's not working upon the days that the cycle of the package is. It's actually working upon the point where you actually receive 140% capital growth within that time. So that could actually happen on day 137. It could also happen up to day 150, all depending upon the return each day, which does fluctuate. It can be below 1%, it can go higher than 1%. We just kind of use 1% of an average just because it's easier for us to work upon. Once you've actually bought your initial package, let's say the cycle then runs for 140 working days, this process over the Monday to Friday. Once after that 140 days has, or you actually got to the package amount of your return on capital, your original package will expire. It's gone, it's done. But what it will have done in that time, it averaging again, normally tends to have tripled. So your one BTC package, by the 140-day average, will actually nearly have tripled to 3 packages. Then the entire cycle restarts again, but this time on 3 packages. So you can see with keeping the compounding of keeping your packages in, every single time you're going to be tripling. Now again, the great thing is with this business, there's something for everybody. Some people just want to put the monies in and just achieve 140% growth of any monies that they've initially injected. That's absolutely fine. What Alison and I chose to do is once we started seeing the amount of people that were joining up underneath us, we kind of thought, you know what, there's actually a real business aspect behind this. So we actually took it to the next level. And we started to share the business with people. We started to train them. We started to educate them so that they know what we do. There's plenty of videos out there. There's plenty of groups that everybody can be part of. There's people on YouTube as well that have got fully compliant training videos, etc. Like with any business, I do say to people, this is like a job. Do not expect to know everything in your first week, especially if you've got no idea what cryptocurrency is. I've been in this about 9 months now, and I'm still learning every single day a little bit more about the business, a little bit more about cryptocurrencies, a little bit about how to fund them with the different wallets, etc. So once you actually start to then what we class as ad referrals, you're educating them, you're showing them how to buy their packages. The great thing is then is even though the trading actually only goes from Monday to Friday, commissions are paid out over 7 days a week. So that to me is absolutely fantastic. Now, like with most things, you're only going to get out of there what you put into the business. Alison and I, we do this pretty much full-time as well, doing our full-time jobs, but therefore we get a full-time earning out of it. But like I say, for many people out there, they just want to put some money in and they want to achieve that 140% growth of any monies that they've put in. Now, I don't know any bank out there that can show you that kind of growth in 7 months, 7.5 months. There's nowhere out there that can show you a 40% growth. There's not been one single person yet within USI, and I bet we've got over 700,000 members that has never ever not earned money. And that to me is what we're in for. So the different levels you can come at it. Let's say you can get your BTC packages, you can get them running instantly or within about 24 days of putting your monies into the business, and just in your 140% capital growth. The next step after that is for every single person that you sign up, and again, you've educated them, you've taught them how to purchase their packs, etc. You're going to earn a 10% commission every time that they buy a pack. So you can imagine the power behind this, of the amount of referrals that you put through your business. Every single pack that they buy of that €50, you're going to receive a 1% commission on. Now, that's for every single person that you directly sign. So that's kind of like maybe it's option 2. Option 1 is just to put your monies in and just to watch it grow. Far better than it will do in any bank. The system itself, because it's automated, can rebuy the packs for you. Once you've actually enough capital to be able to purchase your second pack, it can do that automatically. A lot of people like to buy it manually just because they feel it's a bit like retail shopping. They kind of quite get excited when they realise they've got enough and they want to do it themselves. That's absolutely fine as well. The next step, which kind of very naturally flows into, is people coming along and saying, I wouldn't mind joining. Can you tell me? So that's kind of naturally flows into option 2, which is, like I explained, is when you then start to earn your commission basis. So anybody you directly sign up, you will earn 10% on every single package that they buy. After that, if you want to come to a business level, which again, this is the level that Alison and I are at, once you've got 3 people underneath you, that each have got 12 packages each, you are then going to open up your levels 2 and 3 and receive 3% on every package that they buy. So again, you start thinking the power of numbers here, that's very really going to soon accelerate your earnings. For then every person after that with 12 packages, you're going to open up your next level. So for instance, your fourth person with 12 packages, you open up level 4 at 3%. Fifth level. That carries all the way down to levels 9. From levels 9 to 12, you will then earn 1%. And by that time, you are fully qualified, your entire matrix. You're going to be earning commissions on every single person right down to your 12th level. Now, Alice and I are very fortunate that we managed to get to this level quite quickly. The growth of our business just went beyond our power. And even though we didn't intentionally to start it out to run it as a full-time business, that actually got taken from us because of the amount of people underneath us. And I think from my calculations this morning, we've got something like 23,500 people, which to me is just mind-blowing. And that's just in 9 months. Now, this isn't a typical result, but this is achievable all from sharing the business, talking to people. We've now got a fantastic network of people that we've been discussing with, over the past couple of years that we've come along, and they introduce things to us, they introduce, and vice versa, which is what we're doing with today. We're sharing anything, that we've come across that we're absolutely loving. And we've got some fantastic people who's on today, who's actually, I can account for those as well that's here listening. And we're very grateful to have you all on board. And certainly for any, newbies out there, I actually cannot recommend US sign up, because like I say, for me, there is something for everybody. You've got something for the person who just wants to achieve growth, 40% growth over that shorter period. I see this as more of a long-term venture, because the more compounding of the packs underneath us that we have, the more capital you're going to receive. And then what happens is, once you've got a certain amount of packs that you're kind of quite happy with, what you actually do then is you're not paid a wage or anything like that. You are given what's called your return on capital. And I say, once your business has got to a certain level, you can then start to withdraw the capital that you are earning on a daily basis. Now, I do this on a Monday to Friday for Alison and I. So we work out how much we're wanting to take that day. And that's absolutely available for anybody. And all you need to do is you withdraw your extra capital that your packages have earned you, and you put them into one of the wallets. A wallet, I try and explain to people, is a bit like when you set up a PayPal account. People understand that a little bit more. So with a PayPal account, you can either fund it via a credit card or via a bank. If you wanted to send a transaction to somebody, you just key in their email address, put in the amount you want, and send. One of these wallets are very similar to that. There's various ones out there. We personally use CryptoPay, we use Wirex, and we've got Coinbase set up. And all you need to do is you add it, let's say, via your bank or via a credit card. It can take up to a day for that process to go through. As soon as you've got your monies in your wallet, rather than putting an email address, each wallet has a specialised coding, as does USI packages. You just copy and paste the wallet coding into where you want to send it to, put in the amount, and then that transaction process, let's say, can take anything from a few hours up to a couple of days tops, just depending on how busy blockchain is. Your purchase is already done. It's as easy as that. Now, that all may sound a little bit complicated to some people, But that's what Alice and I are here for. We are here to train, to educate, to answer any questions. We've got some brilliant downlines with some fantastic knowledge. And, you know, we are all here to help you. Like I explained earlier, network marketing is a job on its own. USI is a business on its own. Don't expect that you're going to learn anything in the first week. I mean, Alison and I are beauty therapy trained. I've been for nearly 20 years. But again, we are still learning within this industry. But the lovely thing is we've got such a brilliant community feel within our personal little group or within USI Tech itself, that, you know, there's so much help out there. The other fantastic thing that I'm loving about the company is, like I explained at the beginning, there's quite a lot of different cryptocurrencies out there now, Bitcoin being the most popular one. We are actually having our very own cryptocurrency coin. It's going to be called Tech Coin. I think we've currently sold about 150 million tokens. These tokens are only available to USI members. You buy them in tokens form, exactly like what you can do with a BTC wallet, or there are higher price packages if you're wanting to collect more earnings. Once we've actually sold 500 million of these coins, it's then going to be opened up to the rest of the world. Now, the benefit that we have, we're going to already have them anyway. You know, for USI members, if you've already purchased them, you're at the forefront then before the rest of the world. So obviously anybody is going to benefit. And that is what I love about USI, is the fact that they see the markets out there, they see the potential of what's happening, and they're always a step ahead. By next year, we're actually going to have our own internal wallet. So no external wallets are going to be needed. That's going to be fantastic. These are going to be linked with their own credit cards. So again, no external ones needed. Absolutely fantastic. We've got our own cryptocurrency coin coming out. And let's say the tokens actually only got released on the 1st of November of this year. So you're talking 2 months, we've already sold 150 million. And as soon as that hits 500 million, it's going to be opened up worldwide. And for all of us in USI, we're already at the beginning. And I can't see anything else we could wish for with something that's going to be being released. The other great thing is with USI, for every personal package that you buy, they're actually giving you a free token. So again, you know, they're giving this away for free, guys, just as a gratitude for being a USI member. There is a lot more to USI, and like Alison explained, we are going to be doing regular Zoom meetings, and I can be explaining about the back office a lot more. I can be explaining about the setting up the wallets, etc. I've actually just bought a new computer, so Alison's going to teach me how to do the screen sharing, so we can help people with that. I'm here every single day for people to speak to, as is Alison. You know, any questions, please don't ever feel embarrassed that you feel as if you're stupid. I didn't know what cryptocurrency was a year ago, but I'm really glad that I do now. So, you know, if you are a newbie and if you're still not really unsure of the understanding of Bitcoin or what our company does, then by all means, PM myself or Alison personally. And we've got lots of videos we can share. You know, there is literally something out there for everybody. Is there anything else, Alison, you could think of that you'd like me to cover?
Phew, sis. No, I think you covered everything there. No, I think the main thing, especially for somebody like myself, who obviously is beauty therapy trained, and I'm very much a product girl, that it is just a matter of taking it slow. And don't think that everyone knows it and you don't, because that's not the case. It is just a matter of learning. And I still now say to Louise, oh, you know, what's this and what's that? And if you don't know the answer, then you've got to ask the question. If it was simple as what is blockchain? What is mining? You know, it's not little dwarfs on Snow White doing a little digging thing. You know, if you don't know these questions, then you have to ask. Now, Louise and I are working on like a question and answer sheet and informative sheet so we can put them in our groups. And our groups are going to be developing. That's something Louise and I need to chat about, of where we want to take our groups, whether we have everybody together so everybody can bounce off, or whether we have a different group for each opportunity that we have. That's something that we're going to discuss later today. But it is just a matter of, I want us to work as a team. We started as a team, we can carry on as a team. And this is new, quite new to me as well. Yes, okay, I've done USI since March, but I haven't done it to the capacity that Louise has. So therefore, we are all kind of starting again, even though Louise will probably take this one on and I'll take some of the others, then that's absolutely fine. So we're going to open it up in case somebody has any questions. And I know we have a few people on here that are currently with USI, so they could very welcome if they want to open up and do a minute testimonial for themselves, because this recording will be put in our YouTube chat. So even the people that are currently with us with USI, you are very welcome then to forward this recording on if it will help you as well. And obviously we all know in these industries that everybody connects with different people. Louise and I have got completely different personalities. What we want out of the life is the same and how we feel is the same, but our characters are different, and we will know that different people bond and respond to different people as well. So that is fine by us. You know, we're a partnership and that's how we're going to stay. So if anybody wants to unmute to ask any questions, doesn't matter how basic it is, doesn't matter if you have no understanding or whether you want to sort out private messaging with Louise and I, then please do. You know, please just open up. You all okay?
If Martin's still on, I wonder if Martin would mind giving a few words, because his knowledge on the business is absolutely incredible since you started, and very much is somebody who inspires me and who I do chat to quite regularly, because he is so informative with information that he knows. He's absolutely fantastic.
How Martin's brain works.
He's brilliant. I tell you what, he is so brilliant.
How his brain works. So this was just going to be ticking his boxes big time. So I'd like to have a chat to Martin about some other things actually afterwards. But yes, Martin, please, if you have got, you know, a couple of minutes where you can just do your input of your journey so far, because you are doing so well, and I know that this is just consumed you because it has your name written all over it, then please do.
Hello everybody. Yes, I was introduced to US High Tech about July, I think it was. Louise had a little chat to me and shared some information, and it just wasn't the right time for me. I was just at the end of closing the business down and focusing on that. But come, I believe it was October time, we suddenly had a little bit of money spare, and my wife was going to put it into premium bonds, which I don't know if you know that, but you get no interest, but you might win some money. And I said, well, let's look at this Bitcoin thing. So got back in contact with them and started off with 2 packets. It was £100. I'm going to use pounds rather than euros for simplicity, because it's easy for us all to relate to. And I just watched it, and you could see it growing every single day. Because as Louise says, the interest rates that they pay you, the commissions, if you want to call it, they start off on day 2. You buy on day 1, and day 2 you can see them. And it's between 0.75 and 1.25. So as she says, work on 1%. It's nice and easy to understand. And by the end of the month, I was so excited I had to buy 2 more. And it was exciting. As Louise says, and I know Louise likes to do her buys automatically herself, not automatically, but do them herself because it's more retail therapy. But it is exciting. And I'm now just short of 80. And my wife's got involved and she wanted to have her own bit. So I built mine up, and she sat with, I think, 34 as of last night. It's very addictive. Now, I'm working in the warehouse now. I've been self-employed for 18 years and decided to close the business and take something more stable that with paid holidays and such. And every little bit of overtime that I can do, items that I can sell on eBay, is all for my Bitcoin packages, because this is a pension opportunity. And we're looking at 3 to 5 years for ourselves, which compared to what other people have done before us is not really that big a deal. I mean, 3 to 5 years is a long time. It'll be a lot less than that. I mean, I'm talking a deal where Bitcoin doesn't increase, stays the same, which if you start looking at it, that will not happen. It will increase. So it just accelerates the process. So as Louise says, nice and simple. You can just build your own little stash, start buying your little packs, and you can watch them grow. And there's a Bitcoin calculator on the back office, and you can put 2 packs in there and then calculate it down 260 days to see where it's going to be in a year. And you can basically try to look into the future and see where it might be. Great opportunity, and thank you for introducing me. And say, I'm sorry it wasn't the right time, but here's the thing. When the right time comes, it's the right time. But lots to learn, lots of videos, lots of free resource on YouTube and internet. I've got a little group, we're sharing little videos. But the main thing is, and I'll finish on this, is not to try and sell. You don't need to try and sell this. You just share the information, share your story. when you get a new package growth, it's something for free. I've just had a new pack. It's worth £50. My packs grew last week by over what would be £300 worth of packs. And imagine the people that was interested in when I started telling them that I work, because that is roughly what I'm earning on a weekly wage. In January, I'll earn more in Bitcoin growth in the packages than my wages. Now that excites people. Not trying to sell to them, just sharing information. So that'll be my tip for everybody. You know, don't consider it selling. You're sharing information. Whether they join you or not, you're still going to get growth and you're still going to earn a massive income. Thank you.
Oh, Martin, that was absolutely brilliant. Thank you so much for sharing that with us. You've been such a pleasure since day one, and I know I can be a bit of a pain because I come and ask you your advice on things, because your calculations in your mind are just beyond anything I could even begin to imagine. You're just so fantastic at that, and I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart, because you have been a little person to me over the past few months, and let's say you're an absolute pleasure to have on board. If there's anybody else that wants to share their story or ask any questions, you can put it in the chat. Feel free to unmute yourselves, and you can say it verbally. If that's a little bit embarrassing for you, then by all means say PM any one of us. It's a lot of information to take on board. I appreciate that in one sitting. But like I say, we can do breakdowns on that. That's what we're here for. The main thing is this is a free opportunity for people, but it's got the potential to earn you a hell of a lot of money. And Martin, you need to send me that message, my lovely, when your Bitcoin packages are earning you more than your wages, because we need to do a big shout out about that. That is just, that excites me even more. That I absolutely love. This is just fantastic. And like I say, this is available to any of you. Any of you within such a short space of time can be in a situation like what Martin is actually, his online business that he can just do via a laptop or via his phone is earning more than going out and doing a 40-hour week working for somebody else. That to me sounds pretty inviting.
Can I come in, please?
By all means.
I want to say thank you to you, Louise and Martin, because it's changing my life. I started off with 2, then 4. Then 2, got some freebies, and now I've actually bought 10, and I've now got 15 as the 27th of December. So I'm very, very excited, and I always find my sponsor Martin very inspiring. He's very patient. You all know how much older I am than all of you, and I do remember lots of things, but I do forget things. And he's an amazing person to have as one sponsor, and I really, really love him from in the right way. And yes, I'm looking forward to getting out. I've got a bit of debt, and I'm looking forward to getting out of that. And then I can be sailing away like all of you.
Oh, that's such a wonderful story, and I couldn't agree more with everything you just said about Martin. He's an absolute inspiration. You've both been a pleasure to work with this year, and I'm so grateful that we're going to carry on our journey together.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, so anybody who's actually new to USI, does anybody have any specific questions? Did that little bit of an intro make it a little bit easy to understand, or is it a little bit still as clear as mud for everyone? You can write in the chat or just open up. Are we all okay? Okay, so if you are all okay, then that's absolutely fantastic. I will be sharing this video. I'll download it straight away. And we are going to be doing these quite regular with the different businesses that we've got. But just to let you know, we're going to do regular trainings. It's probably going to be Wednesday and Thursday this week. Wednesday 9 o'clock till 9:30, Louise is going to do USI back office for you all. So if people are interested, you can just get signed up to then. And you can sign up as an affiliate. You do not have to come in with one of the packs. So just remember that, guys. Not everybody's got a spare £45. So if that's the case, that's absolutely fine. And you could come in as an affiliate and then obviously build up to that point as well, which Louise will help guide you with. So thank you for being on the call. Really appreciate your time. I can't believe we're actually doing calls on New Year's Day. I never thought I'd be doing that on New Year's Eve day, should I say. Yeah, okay, that's absolutely fine to be able to do that. That's the ideal thing, isn't it, with this business, is that you can actually come in with no commitment there as well. So that's great. Was anybody just unmuting themselves then?
Yeah, I think it's very exciting, isn't it? Very.
Yeah, it is. It is. It's great to have an opportunity that doesn't create, you don't actually need money to actually start off with. An opportunity there that can help save your lives and other people's lives and give you some financial freedom without actually having a huge investment. I think that's what a lot of people think with cryptocurrency, that you need to be made of money to actually start. Like Louise and I, we started with 2 packages, kind of 1 each really, and just thought, well, let's see how we go with that. And obviously it's been a wonderful journey for us, and we're looking forward to the future with it. So Elizabeth, let's have a look. I don't understand it all in the back office. Well, Elizabeth, we're going to be doing that at 9 o'clock on Wednesday night. Pamela, I'm going to share this. I'm going to download it now and then I'll upload it, Pamela, so don't worry about that. But on Wednesday night, Louise will go round the back office for you and just do some explanations of how you work your back office. But if there's anything you want to know before, then that's what Louise and I are here for. So please message us. You know that obviously Louise's name is Louise French. You can either put it in a 3-way chat or message one of us directly, and we'll help you in any way that we can. So thank you very much for joining us today. And I'll just keep putting little messages in. If we do have a spare half hour to say, right, we're jumping on to do this, or we're chatting about this, chatting about that, you're very welcome to join us. And any that we feel that should be recorded, we will record and share. So from Louise and I, thank you for joining us. And we hope you all have a lovely evening, no matter what you're doing. And we wish you all the best for 2018. And we want to move forward as a huge team together, and bringing opportunities to each other so that we can make ourselves stronger and don't have all your eggs in one basket. That's really important. You don't have all your eggs in one basket, and that's what we're hoping to work with and show you these different opportunities for. So thank you very much, guys. Thanks for joining us, and that's thank you from me. And Louise, do you want to finish off?
Yeah, I just want to wish everybody a happy new year for tomorrow. Let's all keep carrying on this journey together, because we've seen already with the few testimonials we've got, this is literally life-changing, and that's what Alison and I want to do. Our lives from early on this year have completely turned, 180 degrees, and if we can help other people to achieve that as well, whether it's helping to pay off debts like Marjorie. I've been fortunate, I've been able to pay for mine. That was a massive thing for me this year. Somebody like Martin, who was going out to work, and I know that Martin works a lot of hours, because sometimes we're chatting at 6 o'clock in the morning and he's just heading out, or it could be silly o'clock at night. But if he can earn as much as what he does without having to do that, that's just changing lives. He's got 2 young children, and I just absolutely wish him all the best, as I do with you all. So like Alison said, we'll reiterate, any questions, please feel free to ask us. We can literally take all back to basics, do a complete step-by-step. That's what we're here for. So happy new year, everybody, and we will look forward to continuing our journey together into next year.
Thank you. Bye, guys.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.